Welcome back to Full Circle Angling. It's a midweek session, been in the office all day. It's a nice evening, it's quite calm, light winds. Come down fairly local. I'm not really completely local in terms of my patch. I'm a little bit away from home, but I'm still within the northeast Tyneside area. So come down to a mark with a friend of mine, Ray, who does well down here. He's going to keep us right on the spots and stuff. I've never seen this area, I'd never fished it. So got the usual 8'7" tail walk, 5 to 24 gram. Shimano Renium 4000. I don't think Shimano actually make these anymore. I bought that about 7 years ago. So I'm going for the good old faithful patch 125 and the 500G. So I'm going to give it a crack. I'm in a little bay here. I've got a little tiny, there's probably about a foot of swell just rolling in on a little reef to the side there. So I'm going to start working away. It's 8:05, low water, high water's in about another 40 minutes. So we'll have a look, see what we can do. There's not a lot of bird life, but sadly, as some of you are probably aware, you've probably seen on the news, that's because there's a massive outbreak of avian flu, which is just ripping through all the bird colonies, gannets, guillemots, everything's really sad. It's hit Bass Rock. I think it's confirmed case on Coquet Island. It's hitting the fawns as well, so probably explains why there's not much bird life this season, if anybody's noticed that around the northeast. Very sad. What it probably does mean though is that the sand eels and bait fish aren't getting hit as hard, so who knows, maybe that'll have a positive impact on the bass fishing. So enough waffle from me, let's get out there and give it a crack. I'm just going to chuck this just to the left of where those waves are, where that reef is. One of the most important things to do after you've cast, pause, because that's a big attractor, and then every sort of 5-6 turns of the handle, pause again, because again that attracts the fish as well. So I'm trying to remember to do that. You just want that, just a tap, 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 gently turning the handle, and you just want that lure snaking across the surface. I think I was looking at the water temperature the other day, and I think we're probably at about 12.5 degrees now, so it's definitely warm enough for the bass. Well, I know it's definitely warm enough for the bass. I had one about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and Ray and Gary have had, I think between them, even in the last 2 weeks, they've had about 10 fish between them, so there's definitely fish out there. 1 or 2 better ones as well. Ray had one that was nudging 3 pound the other night, so they're definitely there. I'm going to just try and get that lure touch closer to where those waves are, because I do think if there's any bass out there, they'll be coming in behind those waves, using them to their advantage and just smashing into anything that they get their eyes on. Still quite light at the minute, which is never ideal, but I've had them in broad daylight off this, well, not this particular area, but certainly in the northeast before. You always want to keep reeling that lure right up your rod tip, because quite a lot of the time they'll slam you right the last second. As I say, I don't know this mark, but these conditions, they don't look half bad to me. The water's clear, but there's just that little bit of chop, which is just breaking everything up. Tiny little bit of surf coming in over this reef to my right hand side. I do enjoy these midweek bass sessions. We've been sat in the office all day. You can just get yourself out. Not long driving the car, it's pretty close, and just escape for a few hours. And see how long my patience lasts. I'm trying to get one with this surface lure. Well, what I should say is see how long my patience lasts full stop when you're bass fishing in the northeast of England, but they are there. They are there. Just trying to remember to keep that, not work that lure too quick. Just keep it nice and zigzag and snaking it across the top. There's a curlew flying along there. I haven't seen one of those out flying along the coast for a while. It was nice to see. Oh, I thought I'd have touched then, but just a bit of weed. That light's just starting to go now. Sometimes with bass fishing, it's very easy to get kind of disheartened and get negative thoughts into your mind that, oh, I'm just casting away and there's nothing there. But what you've got to remember, yeah, sometimes you will be casting away and there'll be nothing there. But the bass isn't like it's not like a cod or a wrasse that just sits in the kelp and is resident. They'll be swimming up and down the coast, in and out of gullies. So they might only swim into the gully, have a look for 5 minutes. And as long as your lure's in there, then you've got a chance. So basically what I'm saying is don't get disheartened and just stick to your guns and keep at it. Well, I've had nothing on the Patch 125, but what we also have in the armoury tonight, which will give us a bit more distance and allow us to fish subsurface, are these Savage Gear pencils. Got a slightly smaller one in the natural sand eel colour, and then I've got a longer 125 and a pearl white 19 gram version. That one's 13 gram. Perfect little sand eel imitation. Right, so we've come round to a different bay just to get out of that howling southeasterly, to be honest. And I've changed to the longer 125 19 gram Savage Gear pencil. Come on, let's get a fish. Well, we've given it a crack. Blanked. It does happen, it is bass fishing, but it's been a lovely evening. I've enjoyed fishing somewhere that I don't usually fish. Definitely come back here again. So as always, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Tight lines, keep fishing. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers.